For this week's Hammer versus Hummer, we're sitting in Hammertime's kitchen, and we've got Hammertime, we've got Hammertot, and we've got Hammertime's mother. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, and of course your host Pete. So, anyways, what did we decide we'd do? We'd debate the war.
Yeah, what we think about it.
Okay.
You know.
Now, is it true that our Canadian soldiers are acting like terrorists over in Afghanistan?
Never.
No.
That's bogus. That's false.
Okay.
No.
How did the NDP come to get identified with that position?
The media spun it, whatever. But we got to remember, Pete, the media is owned by right-wingers and big corporations, so they're no friends of the NDP. So that's on the record.
Yeah, but
the NDP, and as a social democrat, I support our troops. That's why it's important to ask the tough questions.
Okay.
No exit strategy. This was a Bush-led thing since 2001. There's been
but it was also endorsed by NATO. Now, do you think?
Oh no, this is after the Canadians went under. Freedom.
I mean, certainly Iraq is Bush.
That thing called by Bush Freedom. What was the name of it?
Yeah.
Bush called it Freedom. Thing.
Yeah, that's in Iraq. We're talking about Afghanistan.
No, Afghanistan also. They were under the Americans for a long time because Paul Martin.
Who voted to put us over there?
He led the people down the garden path because he said this is NATO, and meanwhile.
Now, did Jack Layton support it?
Jack Layton supports taking the troops out.
But did he support going to Afghanistan in the first place?
I can't recall, but you can refresh my memory.
Okay, well, I'm sure our readers will do that.
Yes. But the bottom line is, this war has no plan. This war has no exit strategy. Has nothing. They're spending $9 on bullets on $1 of reconstruction. And the thing is,
well, how do you?
Happening because Afghanistan, when the Russians were fighting in there, they lost.
Let me ask you a question. So you're saying they should put this money in reconstruction?
The mission from the beginning was about reconstruction, not a war machine led by George W. Bush.
But hold on a sec.
We can't forget that.
Wasn't the Taliban in power when we went over there?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Now, it
was led by a George W. Bush war, and he can care less about reconstruction. What his thing was about.
Well, how do you know? Have you asked George?
When you look at the.
How much oil is there in Afghanistan?
There's a lot of oil.
There's a lot of oil in Afghanistan.
And Halliburton, Dick Cheney, and the boys. This is not about people.
But can you tell me? No. Tell me how much oil is in Afghanistan.
This war with the Americans, it's got nothing to do with people. It's all noise. By Bush, meanwhile, behind closed doors, with Dick Cheney and Rumsfeld.
Let me ask you something.
This is about oil.
Okay, so it's about oil in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It is. And it is 2001 until this day, reconstruction, and they've done the study.
But you haven't answered.
The reconstruction, let me finish, please. The reconstruction has gone nowhere, zero.
Okay. How do you rebuild?
And that's not right.
Yeah. How do you rebuild in Afghanistan if the place isn't secure?
First of all, you have to tell the truth. Nothing but the truth. Between Harper and Bush.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Jack Layton has said we should negotiate with the Taliban.
Well, usually you negotiate with the people that are having the dispute that happened in Vietnam.
Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. No. I want you to tell me the truth now. You said we got to have the truth. Is it true that Jack Layton said we should negotiate with the Taliban?
You negotiate with all the parties. And if the Taliban's one of the parties, so be it. Because it's about peace.
Is it true
it's not about bullets.
The Taliban... Okay, is it true that the Taliban were... hiding and protecting Osama bin Laden?
The news reports state that, then it must be true.
Okay.
But this is all.
Now, is it true? Hold on a second. No. You said you wanted the truth, so I'm asking you.
But the truth is, there's no reconstruction after 5 years.
But hold on.
So what do we do?
How do you? Well, I'm coming to that.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is it true that in Afghanistan homosexuals are stoned to death. That is, they're put next to walls made out of stone and the walls are collapsed on them.
The thing is,
Is that true?
No, regardless of...
It's not true. It's not, so you're saying it's not true that this is what they do to homosexuals in
You're asking the
Afghanistan?
question and you're answering your own question. Let me answer,
Well,
please.
okay.
Let me answer. Regardless of whatever the individual's lifestyle, whatever, it's wrong to kill. It's wrong to what you call not have equality, not to have honest discourse.
Okay.
Between Bush and Harper, those
Yep.
two guys belong in the Gong Show
Yeah.
because they're
But hold on a
not for the
second.
people.
But does Bush line homosexuals up next to stone walls and collapse it on them?
Regardless of
Okay.
who the individuals are, you do not kill
No.
the people regardless of whatever the case may be. That's wrong.
But I'm just asking if it's true that the Taliban does that.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
If you're saying if it's true, Pete, I don't know. I'm asking you. Is it true?
Well, yeah, we have media
Okay, then you
reports.
answered
I mean,
your own
it's,
Then you answered your own question.
but I'm
Go
asking
ahead.
you, were you aware of this?
No,
No.
I didn't know that.
Now, is it true that there are documented incidents of rape victims in Afghanistan being stoned to death for adultery? And let me just describe what they do. They bury them up to their necks
That's wrong.
in sand,
That's barbaric.
and they throw stones at their head.
That's barbaric. That's barbaric. But the bottom line is...
Now, if hold on a sec. If it's barbaric, should we be negotiating with people who advocate those practices?
Pete, it's been a dishonest discourse since 2001, and these people that are telling this story is not the truth. What's happening on the ground? So the antecedent was Bush.
So are you saying?
Paul Martin.
Oh,
The
hold on a
antecedent
second.
Is Harper.
Yeah.
These
The
guys
people-
are creating the big misleading.
But hold on a
thing.
sec.
And on the ground, these people,
Hold on,
NGOs
hold
are
on.
saying that
It's
Reconstruction
not
is not
Bush.
happening.
It's not Bush, Martin,
Yes, it
and
is. They
that are
created the
reporting
crisis.
these types of incidents.
Yeah, but
Rather,
they
it's
created the
people in
crisis.
Afghanistan
They're not interested.
who are saying that this
Yeah,
is
but
what the
they're-
Taliban does.
Harper
It's
and Bush
survivors.
Are not, Bush and Harper are not interested in justice. All about the money, the oil, and
Yeah.
all this stuff they're spewing in Canada and the United States is all red herring. They don't give a rat's behind about
hold on.
the people. Because after 5 years...
Jack, hold on. You're saying they don't give.
They don't.
Hold on. You're saying they don't give a rat's behind about people, but Jack
don't.
Layton is saying we should negotiate with people who believe in stoning.
No.
Rape victims.
No, you're mischaracterizing what Jacqueline is saying. He's saying it's negotiate, but
With
you
the- he
negotiate...
said negotiate
let
with
me
the- did he
finish.
say
Let me-
negotiate
let me
with the
finish.
Taliban?
Negotiate with honesty, the law, treating people with human rights. That's what the
Okay.
NDP is about. Where did human rights come
But hold
from?
on.
Tommy Douglas, 1947, 18
Yeah.
months before the
But he's-
Declaration of Human Rights.
Yeah,
So
but
the
he's-
NDP has a record of human rights.
Okay.
So let's not distort it and
Okay.
spin it.
Is it a human right to stone rape victims?
You have the due process of law, and which they don't have in that country because Bush and those guys don't care about it. It's all noise. They don't care
No,
about
we're talking about 19
structuring law-abiding people. All they're doing is creating noise and let the people...
But hold on.
Let's negotiate this in a peace treaty where you have human rights, you have due process of law, but you got to get to the table first. You can't
Yeah.
put the cart before the horse.
Okay, so this only started happening, what you're saying is this only started happening after the Americans and the Canadians and the British and NATO and even the French
No,
went in there.
This has been going on for years. When the Russians tried to invade, they went home and packed their bags. All I'm saying is, if they're serious about Reconstruction, after 5 years, and $9 goes for war, and $1 goes for Reconstruction, the facts are all there. And
hold
Harper
on.
has to explain, because when he brought in the thing in the House of Commons, he said this was about Reconstruction. Then on the House, he said it was about a war. So
Okay.
he misled he misled the public and misled the MPs.
How do
in
you,
the House.
hold on, but I thought it was Paul Martin that went into
Yes,
Afghanistan.
2007, but
Okay.
he wanted the extension 2009.
Okay. How
and
do
he
you-
misled by saying
Yeah.
it's about Reconstruction. Then 2 months later, he's in the House,
Okay.
the CBC saying it's
Genesio,
about
we've
war.
only got 30 seconds left, so I'll
Right.
ask you one question. How do you reconstruct when there are terrorists out there trying to blow everything up that you're trying to rebuild?
Because of George W. Bush not doing this in the right fashion in the beginning. And he's created more terrorists because of his gunslinging.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.